And welcome to another episode of the Chronically Chill Podcast. I am your host, DJ Mega Aim. And with me today, I have my co host, Jordan, and my guest, Lauren.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
All right, then. So, how's everybody doing today?
Doing
good.
well, thank
Doing
you.
awesome. I guess.
I love that you guys are like in unison.
I didn't
Yep.
know who was supposed to answer first, so.
No, I love it.
Jinx.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
all right, so we are broadcasting this live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and I mean that's pretty much it for the most part. So I will also be streaming this live on Instagram when the edited version is completed on my Chronically Chill Instagram page. So I'm gonna be trying that out a little bit. So we're gonna be doing like this kind of multiple streams. That will be done on Wednesday. A Wednesday from now because I have to finish streaming some other episodes that I have to finish editing. So those will be on Wednesdays for the YouTube channel. So anyway, all right. So Lauren, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I just graduated from Five Towns College, and I'm gonna be going back for my master's degree. So I'm studying music composition. So I basically write music and perform, and I play the piano. So that's basically my interests. And regarding disabilities, I have autism spectrum disorder and I have PCOS.
All right. So first, why don't you explain to everybody what that is?
So I'll explain my autism spectrum disorder. So I was diagnosed with PGD-NOS, which is kind of said to be on the lighter end, I would say. So I was diagnosed when I was like a year and a half or so, and I didn't speak until I was like around 2 or 3. And
Really?
yeah, and my diagnosis is kind of an older diagnosis. It's outdated. It's now autism spectrum disorder. So, yeah.
Well, don't let that define who you are. We think you're a very amazing person, regardless.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And what about your PCOS? Talk about your journey with that.
So I've been diagnosed with that like a few years ago. It's also known as polycystic ovary syndrome. Because one of the characteristics is that you have cysts in your ovaries, which I'm pretty sure I don't have, but like they just call it that. But people with PCOS, they could have quite a few symptoms, like their period could be irregular, or like they could have acne or male pattern baldness or
I have that
facial
too.
hair.
I forgot to mention I have PCOS too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I have to take birth control. I can't get my period on my own. If I don't take any birth control, I don't get my period for maybe 6 to 7 months. I don't know if that's a symptom too.
Yeah, like yeah, your period is usually irregular. Like I have issues with that. So
Birth control for it, I think.
I don't take like any medication for it, but I eat a low carb diet for the most part. That kind of helps me with that.
I think
because it helps me to regulate my period, and it also helps with other things. Like it helps me regulate like my insulin or so, because I'm at risk for type 2 diabetes.
Oh, okay.
And And like I also used to get hot flashes, so the diet kind of helps reduce that. And I also have anxiety, which is
Me too.
associated with autism, and it's associated with PCOS. So
Really, I didn't know that. And I have anxiety disorder, like GED, so it doesn't help that. But I didn't know anxiety comes with PCOS too. That's interesting.
yeah, a lot of
Didn't know
some
that.
people with PCOS have anxiety, and I sometimes have that
And I have OCD too. That also ties in. It's a type of
if
anxiety too.
yeah. Yeah, if I eat like too much carbohydrates or sugar, I sometimes get anxiety. So,
Mhm. That's
so
interesting.
when I limited that, like I feel better.
So too much carbohydrates isn't good for anxiety.
Yeah, it's not really good for anxiety because,
Okay. That's interesting.
yeah, carbohydrates and sugar kind of affect that.
Sugar, I understand. Yeah, sugar shouldn't be good for
I,
you anyway.
I think
Yeah.
enough of it in moderation, but I never knew about that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, me neither. And I eat a lot of carbohydrates, a lot. Like pasta has that, right? Pasta,
Yeah.
bread. Because I'm a big pasta fan, but that would be so hard for me to avoid, and I have anxiety, so it's sad.
Pasta,
Yeah.
yeah, pasta is one of the harder things too. Yeah, like I really miss eating pasta. I used to eat a
Yeah,
lot of it because I'm half Italian,
yeah,
so
me too.
my
I'm
mom
half
used to
Italian
make
too.
pasta a lot.
My mom does too.
She used to make pasta a lot, but
Like
she
both
can't
sides
anymore
too.
because I can't really eat that.
Maybe I shouldn't too. It's hard.
I really miss eating pasta.
Yeah.
So
But can you have like low grain? Does that help?
um
Like
I
whole wheat, like whole grain? Is
I
that like
don't I don't really eat a lot of grains because again that still affects that.
okay. I don't know if
So
that would improve I don't know if that would be better than like like white rice and brown rice.
um
Like
well, rice isn't really good for you either.
I know.
Rice has arsenic in it, so it's really
Okay.
not good for anybody.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is turning into a nutrition podcast now. I apologize. That's
Well,
No,
interesting.
that's good.
that kind of
That's
goes
good.
hand in hand. That
It's
kind of
good
goes
to
hand in
know.
hand.
Yeah. It does go
So,
hand in hand. Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, that's funny because I was actually thinking of bringing like some of my CFT on here for an episode or two to kind of discuss stuff like this. So that's very interesting. You were already doing that.
Yeah, yeah, and it ties into anxiety too, which I have a personal relationship with. So I like I like that we can relate with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's useful to know. It's helping everybody, I feel like.
Yeah.
What what other useful information do you have for us, Lauren?
Um, I would say when it comes to PCOS, you overall just do what's best for you. So, the diet works for some people, and there's also a medication called metformin, which can also help with that. Which I don't take myself, but like some people with PCOS take that because the low carb diet is too much for them. Which I admit it was a lot in the beginning. I had a hard time with it, and like I would start crying at dinner time because like there's not really much I could eat. That's when I was going really strict at it, but I don't have as much issues with that anymore. Like I generally eat low carbohydrate, but like once in a while I do kind of cheat and have like a little more carbohydrates, like French fries or ice cream. I would say like if I'm on vacation, but I don't eat like that generally at home. At
Do you
home,
eat
it's basically I eat just meat and vegetables. That's kind of it. But
well, you-
vacation, I
yeah.
usually have a little more.
What about like when you're at work and school? What do you eat then?
At work or so, I basically bring my own lunch. Like I bring like a sandwich with low carb bread or like some leftovers. I don't buy lunch at work because a lot of it is stuff they can't really eat.
It's so hard though. Like,
And kind of same with school.
Is it
I do
hard
buy
to
lunch at school, but like not as much.
Or I'm sorry, I was afraid to say something because I thought I was going to interrupt you.
Oh, it's all right. You could say something.
I don't want this to affect like your emotional state, but do you ever get like do you ever have, this is what I suffer with. Do you have trouble of like people eating food in front of you that you can't have? Like, how do you deal with that?
I used to have a problem with that, and I used to have a problem with all the questions that people ask me, but but the longer you deal with it, the less of an issue it is. Like I'm just kind of used to it now.
Like it took you like a year? Like how long? Like a
I
year?
think I've been diagnosed for a couple of years or so. So the first year or so, I was eating low carbohydrates for about like 6 months or so. I was very strict because that's what my doctor told me to do. So I did it. And yeah, in the beginning, it was very hard. So like my parents tried not to eat that kind of stuff around me. But like,
that's nice.
But like, since I've been getting used to it more, it doesn't really bother me anymore. So so it's okay if my parents eat that stuff in front of me. Like, I don't really mind anymore.
Okay. Probably because you're used to it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which a lot of people are always asking questions, which I was kind of annoyed by at first, but now I don't really mind answering questions. Which one thing that people assume is that I'm gluten-free, which I'm actually not gluten-free. I can tolerate the gluten, but I can't really have a lot of the carbohydrates. So
right. But you can have like dairy and you can have like everything else that's not carbohydrates.
Yes, I have a lot of dairy and protein.
Because the ice cream doesn't have carbohydrates, right? Like you can at least enjoy that.
Ice cream has sugar, so I don't really eat too much of that. So
I forgot about the sugar problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really have a lot of ice cream.
Oh, and another
just
question.
On vacation, really. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I have a lot of questions. How do you deal with How did you deal with the self-control at first? Like, what did you do in the beginning when you figured out you couldn't eat this stuff? Like, how did you, if you don't want to answer this, that's fine. But like, how did you deal with the self-control of trying not to eat the stuff that you couldn't eat? Like, what did you do in order? Because I have like, really big eating problems. Like, I can eat. Like, I have a problem with eating in general. Like, if I know I can't eat something, it's hard for me to not resist it. Like, how do you deal?
Yeah. Basically, my mom was making things that I can have or so, and she tried to help by not eating things like pasta or so in front of me, because like that made me upset at the time.
But what if you saw it? Like, what if you saw someone else doing? Like, what if you saw it at like a restaurant or like like a buffet, especially?
I would have also been upset about it, but like I would have ordered something that's more friendly to me, like chicken parm or something. So.
Okay. So at first you had a hard time, but eventually you got used to it, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, the more you get used to it, and the more you deal with it. Okay. And what really helps is not really thinking about food as much. So I don't really think about food a whole lot anymore because I've been used to it.
Okay, good.
But also my autism kind of helped me to be able to discipline myself, because it kind of helps me with discipline.
Nice.
Because once I'm set on something, I want to do it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of OCD. Not that you have it, but it's like a driven, like, or it's like an adamant thing. You're like, I'm sure I want to do this. Like, you're so set on it. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm really focused on bettering my health, so I
Okay.
try to do what I can to make it better.
Oh, good. I would, Anthony, I'll let you go after this. I'm sorry. I have a question about. I have a lot. Like, I've never done this before, so it's exciting to me. I want to ask a question. Would you like to talk about your workout routine? Because I'm curious of like, how do you work out with like what you have? Like, what kind of workout can you do, and like, what can't you do? Like, what do you do in workout?
So it's good for women with PCOS to exercise. So
Or anybody.
so I have to do some of that. Like I usually go to the gym and go on the treadmill. Unfortunately, I don't exercise as much as I should because of school and work, but I go to the gym when I try to, when I have the time. So it's basically good to do that.
Well, I think it's good to balance being very active and doing school. I hope in the future we can find you can find a balance of both, because I really want you to live a happy and healthy life. But right now, if you don't have time, that's fine. I understand you do work long hours. So
which I used to not like exercise at all. Like I just I just didn't really want to do it. Like I'm not really athletic, and I don't really like to run or anything.
Me too. But like you have to force yourself. I think what motivates you? Do you like listening to music? Do you like listening to podcasts? Because I listen to music to motivate myself to work out.
I usually listen to music. That's kind of my thing. Some people like to watch TV or listen to podcasts. But my thing is mostly listen to music or watch YouTube or something.
Me too, yeah. But I think a suggestion would be like you can make I like making playlists in advance. Like not making them the day of and being like, oh, I need to rush. Like you should make a playlist of your favorite songs in advance, so you know exactly what you're going into when you work out. But anyway, I'm not a fitness trainer. I'm just saying, like, or find like a collection of videos you like or something. But I'm glad you find time to work out when you can.
Yeah. I always think it's good.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like honestly, when it comes to like making playlists, like I usually just find like mixes, like DJ mixes, like on YouTube and stuff, and just have that play, because there's usually like between like an hour to maybe like 3 or 4 hours. So I can just let that play and just do what it is that I need to do. Before I continue, I'd like to shout out Brandon, because he is or was watching at one point on Instagram.
All right.
Shout out to you. I don't know who you are, but you're cool.
He's a friend of mine, and like Laura knows him. Yeah. He's actually in Sage's band. He's a drummer, so
okay.
Do I give him a shout out?
Nice.
Anyway, so
you're a cool dude.
Anyway, yeah.
I don't know.
In order for other people that's watching on whatever platform you're watching, be sure to share, like, and leave any comments and questions that you may have. Woo woo.
I'm encouraging everybody.
Yeah. So Laura, like whenever you do listen to music, like what people do you usually like listening to when you're exercising?
When I exercise, I usually listen to pop music and rock music, I would say, because usually energetic stuff, because that just kind of keeps me going.
Like what artist specifically?
Or like... I would say I listen to a lot of Panic at the Disco, mostly their older music.
Yeah.
Because it keeps me going. But like as a musician, I open myself to a lot of different genres.
And like Fall Out Boy is good too.
Yes, I like Fall Out
Fall
Boy.
Out Boy. For some reason, they're associated with Panic at the Disco a lot. Like they have the same.
But Panic at the Disco is way better though.
To each their own.
I like both, but I like Panic at the Disco better.
Wait. You think that Fall Out Boy is better?
No, I think both of them are great. I don't put anybody above each other. So I half agree with you and I half disagree. Is that okay?
You can disagree, but the facts say that it's been scientifically proven.
No, then it's not facts. It's purely
it's been scientifically and mathematically proven that Panic at the Disco is better than Fall Out Boy.
Okay, so where's the proof? Give us an article. Give us a link.
Well, I would say that Panic at the Disco is more diverse, I would say, music-wise.
Okay, you can argue that. But I don't think Panic at the Disco fans would... I mean, sorry, I don't think Fall Out Boy fans would agree, but...
I mean, they can disagree.
I would say that Panic at the Disco is more diverse because they explore a lot of different genres, like rock and jazz and techno.
I mean, yeah, you could say that. I think Fall Out Boy is a little too safe. I do agree with that.
Fall Out Boy is kind of more rock stuff, even though I think they're good.
They're very poppy though.
But it's like you don't have to be versatile in order to be a good artist. That's all I'm saying. So
That's true.
You're right. You're right, but you have to be good at what you do.
They are. It's statistically, mathematically proven. Using your own words against you. But anyway, this is not a music podcast. Let's save that for somebody else.
We could talk about that. What? Sorry. I was going to say we could talk about a little bit about that too at some point. Because the other thing too with the podcast is not only telling your story, but also showing people thriving in life as well. But go on, Jordan.
Yeah, so we could save that for later. Do you like makeup or do you do anything self-care or like maybe your daily schedule or like do you have any self-care routines or something? Like
yes, the audience would love to hear that.
I don't really wear makeup a lot, just on special occasions. Cause I just haven't really been interested in doing it. Cause sometimes mascara feels heavy on your eyes.
Right.
But I do like to wear it occasionally.
Natural beauty is better in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like to see people for who they truly are. But do you have like a daily schedule? Like what do you do during a normal day in the life of Lauren? Like in the life of Lauren, what do you do that motivate, like what do you do during your day? Like I want to know like what you do to get through your day and to motivate you throughout your day.
I mostly just wake up, go to school or go to work, and then go home and usually relax. I have 2 guinea pigs, and I usually like to hold them.
Yeah, animals are great for anxiety.
Yeah, even though they don't really like to sit with me very long. Like, you can only really get like 5 minutes out of them at a time. But like, I love sitting with them.
Aw.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, is that what you use to deal with anxiety and stress, and like how do you usually deal with that?
Yeah, how do you go? Yeah. What are your stress relievers, basically? Like, what do you use to alleviate your anxiety? Yeah.
I do sometimes hold my guinea pigs, but sometimes I like to put on sleep hypnosis videos, like if I'm going to bed. Mm-hmm. I haven't been doing that lately, but sometimes I do that, and it's very nice. Like you hear like a calming voice in the background with music, and it usually helps you go to sleep. Mm-hmm. Like any night where you don't make it to the end of the video is a good night.
So do you usually have trouble sleeping?
Usually not, but I have for a short period of time with PCOS. Like sometimes I would get really hot and not be able to sleep at all, but I haven't really had that issue lately.
Like, have you ever tried like using like ambient music or scenery?
Um, I have kind of used some like sleep hypnosis music, like a binaural beats. I think that's good for sleeping.
Hey, Jordan, that's something
Ooh.
you can do.
When I do music and again, I will. Do you already miss my music or something?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, you getting sad? Okay, maybe I'll lessen my hiatus to 1 month. How about that? Or a few days.
I, I mean, I guess that's up to you. It's like as long as you go back to it eventually. Like,
I will.
but
It's just yeah. But anyway, I have another question. So when you're working, how do you stay focused? Like I have a lot of ADHD, so I have trouble focusing on stuff. I don't know if you have distraction problems, but like when you do, if you're distracted by anything, whether it be stress, whether it be people in the background, or anything that's on your mind that's bugging you or something, how do you stay focused on your work and like get
Well, I work at Target, so yeah, I deal with a lot of people every day.
oh god.
So, I just try to stay calm and just focus what I'm doing and not focus on like the outside noise and everything.
And how do you deal with people? Like, how do you deal with like either nice people or mean? Like, how do you approach people at work? I'm surprised you're able to do customer service. That's impressive. Like, how do you do that? How do you handle like customers?
I would say just remain calm and watch how you say things, cause
Yeah.
if you let yourself get too upset, then it's more stressful.
Right. What was
Because
that?
in the beginning, I was letting myself get too upset, and it was very difficult.
Mm-hmm. What about like if you meet new people, like in general in social? Sorry, Anthony, I'll let you go after this. I'm like talking a lot. What happens if you like meet a new person? Like if a friend brings in like a new, like kind of Anthony yesterday, I introduced him to like 6 new friends that he didn't know. Like, how do you deal with like new people or something? Like whether it be like in school, like if you get paired up with somebody you don't know, or like basically approaching new people, how do you do that?
or even
I'm a little awkward around new people, but
a better question.
yeah, I do
Oh,
try
I'm
to.
sorry. Is that a bad question? I'm sorry.
No, it's
No, no,
not.
no, no, no.
No.
I was saying a better or a better question. How do you deal with whenever I introduce you to new people?
Me? Oh, you mean when you do that to me? Yeah.
No, because I do it to her too at the school. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you've been through this. Okay.
I mean, I'm a little awkward around new people, but yeah, I try my best to stay polite, but I don't try to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. Like as you can see, I'm pretty introverted, so I don't pretend to be like, "Oh, hey!" But
Yeah.
yeah,
I just kind of show what my personality really is. Like I tell you, I'm more introverted without actually saying it.
You're like, oh, hey, what's going on?
I'm just like, hi, it's nice to meet you. But
Right.
like,
yeah.
Yeah. You try
yeah,
to be peaceful with people. You don't try to fight with them. Because again, I don't see the point in arguments, to be honest. Like, I just like everything to be peaceful,
I don't argue with anybody.
Yeah. But how do you deal with people who are like annoying? How do you deal with annoying people? Have you ever had somebody in your life that's just like annoying? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Anthony.
I just try to be patient. I think patience is key.
And yeah, what if you have to like work with them or something, like on a project or something? They're not doing any of the work and you're doing all the work. Like, how do you deal with like are you good at standing up for yourself if somebody's like walking all over you?
Um,
Sorry, these
I
are deep
mean,
questions. I'm sorry.
it's fine.
These are from personal experience, so I apologize, but
So yeah, when I was younger, I was vulnerable and naive, and I kind of got walked over a lot.
me too.
But
Yes.
but I just try to be assertive and make my needs known, but like being respectful at the same time. Like I try to find that balance between assertiveness and tactfulness.
Right. Great advice. You're very well spoken.
Thank you.
You're better than I am. I can't even conjure up 2 sentences, whereas you're like, I know exactly what I want to say, exactly what I want to do. And yeah, I'm just like this big confident person, even though I'm an introvert and I don't like talking. It's like, it's very ironic. You don't talking, but you're also very good at it.
To be honest with you, like 2 years ago, I probably would have never been able to work in retail because I would have gotten too upset.
Right. I mean, I guess you learned to control your anxiety, which is great. You probably
I would have had a meltdown in front of the cash register like 2 years ago.
Me too.
And that's only like 2 years ago.
Right. No, me too. I used to be scared too. Yeah.
So like what changed though? Like has your job helped with it at all?
I would say working in retail is kind of helping me to increase my confidence and helping me be more comfortable around other people. Since I'm talking to people all day long. Like, it kind of forces you to do it, so...
Yeah.
But do you think that made you more talkative and, like, actually want to make new friends?
Yeah, I would say that. It helps you to... It helps me to be more, a little more talkative, I would say.
Yeah.
That's good, because in your future, I don't mean to scare you, but in your future, you're going to have to deal with people a lot. And I'm just saying, you're going to have to know.
I have already dealt with some people that I don't like at the register.
So you're in your future now. You're in your future now, or you have to deal with people. So I'm just saying, first, I'm proud of you. But second, it's just, you got to keep that attitude going.
It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. Yeah. No matter what you do, you're going to deal with people that you don't like. So,
yeah.
Just remain calm and try not to get too upset.
Right.
Or
kindness kills. Kill them with kindness at the end of the day.
Yeah. Or you can respond in the petty route and just troll back. Respond with the same negativity.
Great advice, Anthony. Yay.
That's usually what I do. Like,
I mean, you're the host anyway. We have to listen to you anyway because you're the host. So
yes. Come back for more from
the host is always right.
Yes, come back for more of my toxic.
Don't even listen to me and my positivity. Just listen to Anthony and his
negativity
and his bumming advice. Yes, toxic over positivity. Great advice.
Hey, you know what they say.
You should be a therapist. You should give people advice more often. You should you should be like a therapist. You should be like a caregiver or something. Like,
no, not a caregiver, but I'm already acting like some people's therapist already. So
yeah, honey, that's not your calling. I'm sorry.
I don't like. I don't honestly. I kind of just do it out of boredom. Like,
then you need to find a hobby. No, I'm kidding. This is your hobby. Streaming is. I love your podcast. It's fun.
I mean, I do a lot of things that can be considered hobbies. Some that are good, some that are not.
Let's focus on the good ones, buddy. Let's focus on the good ones. What do you like to do for fun, Lauren? Yeah. Sorry, wait, did I cut you off? Did you want to say something? Sorry.
No.
It wasn't important? Okay, cool. What do you do for fun, Lauren? Like, what do you do besides music? Like, do you have any hobbies that you like to do?
I would say I like to take a walk outside. I usually like to walk around my neighborhood. It's very relaxing. Mm-hmm. I like to look at all the nature and listen to all the different nature sounds. It's very peaceful to go on a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you like doing that too, Jordan?
That's funny. What, going for walks?
Yeah.
I for social reasons, like I like to walk and talk and have deep, meaningful conversations. Like that's the reason. But if you're here to just not talk to me and completely ignore me the whole walk, count me out. Because no offense, I'm glad you can look at nature and stuff, and I'm glad it like resonates with you. I'm really glad. But I'm a person that just doesn't care. Like I try to look at like a bird or something or like a beautiful tree, and I'm like, oh, cool. Like I don't see the excitement in it. But for me, I like to talk to people. I'm like like I can be introverted, but for walks, I like to talk and have meaningful conversations and not focus on where we're going. Just walk anywhere and just be like blah 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 blah. Like
I do like to go on a walk with other people and talk to them, but like most of the time I go for a walk by myself.
And that's fine too. That's fine too. If you have, if you're entertained by the beautiful birds and the beautiful rainbows and unicorns and blah, 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 good for you. Like, I'm glad.
Everyone's different. So, yeah.
But I do like to listen to, if I'm by myself, because there'll be days where, like, there's nobody there, I will listen to music and just walk. Like, as long as there's something happening that's not nature, I'm completely entertained. Or I listen to podcasts and stuff, like,
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
When I go to the gym, I usually have to have my headphones in to listen to music because I usually don't like the music that they play there.
Yeah, because it's all those boring radio hits.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weird techno stuff that I don't like.
It's called EDM. For some reason, I know all about music and genres and shit. It's called EDM. Electronic music.
That's like the broad term, and then you have like the
broad term. And there's subgenres and subgenres and subgenres.
Yeah.
Yeah, EDM probably has the most like subgenres I've seen in like any form of music.
EDM, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
There's
a whole site that that lists all like the thousands of subgenres that are on Spotify.
Cyberpunk, cyber something, like I don't know.
Yeah, you got let's see, you got house, techno, deep house, hard style,
dubstep.
Bro step.
Oh my god.
Dubstep just with men, bro.
Well, dubstep is men,
bro.
You got trip hop, which is like hip hop with like I don't know, like kind of like it's like more like
it's trippy,
relaxing.
Relaxing, trippy?
No, it's not even like necessarily trippy. Like it's hard to even describe it. I absolutely love it, but it's like I didn't want to say like smooth jazz, but
lo-fi or like lo-fi. Or
yeah, lo-fi.
Lo-fi, yeah.
Ambient,
yeah.
Industrial, high end NG, I think it's called, or something like that. It was like big. It was like something that was big in like in the 90s and the early 2000s. I wouldn't even know how to explain it.
Did they call it that in the 90s? What did they call it? Or is that a recent term for it?
No, this goes back to like the 90s. So.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, a lot of that stuff was coming out like in the 80s and 90s, but I think the 90s is really when they started like going a little overboard with it. Hard style, that was probably one of my favorites because it's pure underground EDM.
Is underground EDM like it sounds like it's in a cave or something? Or am I taking
No, it's not.
I don't think so. I think it's kind of more obscure stuff, I would say.
Yeah, it's just I would say a little more heavier with like the drums and stuff and bass and all that.
Can't they just say it's boost basted?
Well, they got drum and bass, but that's not exactly what that is, though.
Okay, maybe I'm not as knowledgeable in the music department as I thought. All those wasted years of music classes.
Well, EDM isn't really my music of expertise.
Yeah, right.
I'm a classically trained pianist. That's far from that.
It's actually very ironic because that's the type of music I used to make is like dubstep shit. And it's funny because I don't even like that type of music, and yet I made it. And it just sounded good to me when I made it. Everybody else sucks at it, but in my opinion, I don't like EDM, but when I make it, it's good. Like It's just
well, you gotta try a whole bunch of different things. So yeah.
Right. And when I try to make like a typical pop song, it just doesn't work. Like my voice doesn't like I don't like the sound of my own voice anyway. So I'm just like, I kind of played it safe, and I was like, I'm gonna do EDM shit because I don't have to sing, and I don't want anybody to hear my voice. So I just played it safe.
I've made a whole bunch of different classical pieces. So
Really?
yeah, I've made like piano pieces.
Oh, nice.
I even made a choral piece once.
Do you use like music software? Do you use like the computer? Like
I use Sibelius.
Me too.
If
I
you
used
heard
Sibelius.
that.
And Logic Pro once at school. At school they had Logic Pro.
I don't have Logic Pro X, but I may buy it. I'm not sure if I've gotta.
Well,
I don't have a Mac, but yeah, I may buy one.
Yeah, you should. I think it's a little better than it's actually different than Sibelius. It's a little more it's a little bit more, it's a little more sophisticated. Has more features, has more options. I don't know, you should explore it if you're like if you have free time and you want to,
I was gonna.
Yeah, you should.
I already have Cakewalk, but I don't really know how to use it, so
never heard of it.
Cakewalk?
Doesn't even sound popular. It's probably
Cakewalk,
not even easy to use. It's not easy to
Cakewalk,
use.
it's a free software that's kind of like Logic or Ableton, but it's free. It's only available for PC users, so.
Yay! I can use it then.
I know, but it probably sucks, no offense, because it's free. Like anything free, or it probably has like in-app purchase. It's probably really good. It's probably like so beautiful and shiny, but you got to pay for like all the extra features. It's like,
I mean, there's only 4 virtual instruments on it.
Exactly.
And I kind of had a hard time using it. Like the layout is kind of weird or so. Right. I mean, I have much more experience with Logic because I used it at school.
Right. I mean, you could get used to it, but it's like, who has the time for that? Who has the time and patience for that?
Well, that's where I would come in. Because I know how to use programs. Kind of.
Well, good for you. I'm so proud of you for that.
Yeah, I'm going to make better tutorials than YouTube does.
You pretty much just insulted every YouTube tutorial person ever.
Well,
because all of them suck. Because all of them suck.
Well, my response to that is, oh, well, they need to get on my level.
Yeah, no, let's all bow down to the almighty Anthony who knows everything about tutorials. You should do a tutorial on how to do tutorials. Like how to do a proper YouTube tutorial.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so amazing.
That's irony for you, because let's help people on how to help people.
You know,
and then he should do a tutorial on how to make a tutorial on how to make tutorials.
Tutorialception.
Yeah. Tutorial times 3.
Oh my god, that's too much help. I don't need that much help. Stop killing me with your kindness. I don't need that much. I don't need that much help.
Hey.
I mean, you think we're helpless motherfuckers who don't know how to do like anything, like basic math or something? Like, come on.
Do you want the answer? Do you want the answer to that though?
No, that was pretty much rhetorical. Please don't answer that. It's pretty much rhetorical. Please don't answer that.
Yeah, but I did want to tell you guys, like, you both are very good at asking questions and all that. Like, well, you, Jordan, because you were saying you wasn't good at that. You're doing really well at it now. You both are, very well spoken. You know how to articulate yourself. So
I don't believe that.
So don't be selling yourself short like that.
I'll try not to. But I think it's the fact that like your podcast isn't scripted. And like, I'm not forcing myself to say anything. I feel like it's just coming from in here instead. And I have no time limit. There's no pressure. Like your podcast could go on for like 10 hours and I could say, whatever I want to say. Like that's the reason why, honestly. So thank you for having your podcast, like a relaxed environment where we could just say whatever the fuck we want without any judgment. Like, that's why, that's exactly why, like, you're doing a good job, Lauren. Anthony's doing it. It's just a relaxed environment.
It's a podcast where you forget you're on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. It's an anti-podcast. It's a podcast about an anti-podcast, pretty much. It's like we're all chilling at home on our couches, just having a normal conversation, and everybody in the audience is like with us, and it's just it's a nice little chill hour, or chill 46 minutes, or however long this is.
Yeah.
I love it. Very chill. And Anthony's very chill too. It helps that the host has a great personality. Everybody does. Nobody's an asshole, which is great. I don't like assholes.
Yeah. I don't either.
Nice. Thank you for being a nice, decent person.
I mean, like, when it comes to that, you know, you can always bring like one or two of those in there to spice things up if you want, but like, yeah.
You don't mind if I bring drama? Because I can do that if you want me to. Like, I don't like drama, but if you need it, I will do it. Anything for a friend.
Yeah, be like, oh, like, so, like this happened in the background now.
No, don't worry. I have a lot of stories about shit that happened in my life. If anybody wants to hear it one day, if we want to do like a tea spill podcast or something, talk about our weird adventures in our lives. You think that our lives, you think that our lives are boring and normal? Haha. Think again. The stuff that goes on behind the curtain, people, that you don't know.
Yeah.
You think we have perfect lives? It's like the same thing with celebrities. You don't know what happens. You see them all glamorous and smiling, and it's like, that's what the cameras want you to think. That's what the
next thing they got arrested for drugs. So
I mean, that's the shit that I hear on like Fox News all the time. Like, oh, this woman shaved her head. Like, this woman, I don't know, anything like. The news is very negative now. That's why I don't watch it. Actually, the news has always been negative. That's why I don't watch the news in general. That's why when somebody asks me, like, hey, do you know what's going on in the world? And I'm like, fuck no. Like, I don't need to know that 2 minutes ago a woman robbed a bank, or 2 minutes ago somebody got arrested for, I don't know, kidnapping. Like, kidnapping a child. Like, I don't know.
I don't watch the news. Like, when I can just read it online. So.
Or like politics stuff. Like, let's not get into that. Anyway,
it's funny though, because when it comes to the news, I remember at one point, this was like a couple of years ago, I remember like I was watching ABC7, and like for like a whole half hour, like the news was just like, it was just negative on negative. It was like all the
right on
top of the news, like somebody got arrested.
Right.
Next story, somebody got murdered. Next story, another person got murdered.
Like,
next story, someone got their like foot shot off, and now they're hopping on one leg. Like,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but the way you worded that. When the foot is still hopping away, the foot should be not moving.
Next story, somebody slipped on a banana peel and fell down the stairs.
Next story, somebody said a child started cursing. Oh no, the crime.
Or like next story, somebody tried to microwave a microwave and blew up the house.
The next story, why are they even reporting this?
And then after that, then they go into sports.
Yeah, like, oh, the Chicago Bulls only have one. Like, who cares?
Like sports was a little different. Like, although I will say this though, usually when it comes to New York sports, it's usually the news we usually get that with that is either they won one game out of like 50 and then they lose like the championship.
But I don't understand people, like, it's okay to like, I'm sorry, I'm starting to rant now. Like, this pisses me off about people. Like, they put sports above everything sometimes. Like, some people are just so crazy with like, oh, my life is only complete if the fucking Yankees win. But like, if they lose, it's like, oh, my life is over. They're like so depressed for a month after the Yankees losing. I'm like, first of all, you're not even on the team. And second, you have other you have children, you have a job, you have other things to worry about than the fucking Yankees losing one fucking game.
Well, like I actually kind of get it now, like after these years, because you look at it like the sports is a big representation of culture.
Okay,
and your state, your country, and all that. So when your sports team loses, it's like your whole civilization is losing.
No, it's not.
But
you're still going to walk on two legs. You're still going to go to bed. You're still going to eat dinner. You're still going to go to the bed. Like, you're still going to live life. You're still going to go to your job and still come home. The only thing
it's just that the Yankees lost. That's it.
It's not that simple though. Like,
I think it is.
You know how
As a non-sports person, I don't see. I don't get
See
it.
that? See that's
I'm
the
not a
prob-
sports person either.
Yeah,
See,
so
see,
Lauren
that's
gets it. Yeah,
see,
2 against.
see, but that's a problem though. You don't see it from that perspective. But okay, let's say flip
I
it to
respect
another
it.
thing.
I respect it.
Okay, like what are you guys like into usually?
Okay, so what do you mean specifically? Like into what?
What kind of like medium or whatever you're into?
You mean like TV shows at the moment, or like artists or
Let's go with artists.
artists? You might judge me because remember you talked about her yesterday. I'm into Doja Cat. Yeah, I'm into Doja Cat. I'm into Charlie XCX. I'm into Avril Lavigne. I'm into Katy Perry. I'm into Marina and the Diamonds. She's very underrated. I don't know if anybody knows who that is.
I've heard of her, but I don't really know anything about her.
Okay, well you should listen to her music. If you like pop music and uplifting music, she does that.
Okay.
You should listen.
Yeah.
To her. Yeah.
All right. So let me ask you this. Let's go. Let's say we're going to an award show. I guess more specifically, like something like the VMAs or the Grammys. Let's say the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
They get nominated for like 5 awards and they don't win any of them. How do you feel about that?
I would be okay because at the end of the day, I just like their music. I don't care how successful it is. I just care that I listen to it and it makes me feel good. I don't care how high it is. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this shit. But I just at the end of the day, I just like the artist and I like the music and I don't care. Same thing with that's why I was ranting about sports too. Like, why do people care so much about celebrities and figures like that? Like, they're real people.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't like.
Yeah, but I'm not
Sorry.
quite finished yet.
Sorry.
But let me ask you this. So let's say they release an undeniably horrible album or music project.
Okay.
How does that make you feel? Like, does it hurt your soul?
No, it upsets. I'm sorry. I'll do Lauren after this. I'm sorry for taking over you, but I'm sorry. I do that a lot. But yeah, no, I don't get like mad, like, oh God, my life is ruined. But I do get upset. Yeah, but I'm like, eventually I'm gonna move on with my life. In 2 years, they'll probably make a better album because everybody's human. I make shitty music too. You know, everybody doesn't make perfect music, but as long as they love the album, that's all that matters. I don't care about my feelings as much. Yes, I do get upset, but it's like at the end of the day, it's about their emotions. Like, I don't like every of Avril Lavigne's songs. I don't like every of Katie's songs.
I certainly don't like Panic at the Disco's new music.
Me neither, which is why I stick with her.
Even though I love their old music, I
that's
don't like their new music. But there's other artists.
It's the same thing with pretty much. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, that's because their new stuff is pretty bad right now. So, and see, that's a good example right there. Like, doesn't that hurt your soul?
Oh my God! Do you know what hurts the most is that Taylor doesn't do country anymore, and I know it's been like years since she's done it, but I miss her. Like, I miss like stuff like Fearless, stuff like Speak Now, stuff like Red. Like, what happened to the?
I think Taylor was great as a country artist.
Yeah, I thought she was better, and now she's like everybody else. She's an interesting plant pop. Like plant, yeah. She's.
I think a couple of her pop songs are okay, but I don't like most of them. Like, I don't like "Shake It Off" or any of that other stuff.
I think the year she got ruined was her 1989 album. That's when she just like jumped off the deep end, in my opinion.
Ooh,
sorry,
spicy.
At the end of the day, Anthony, I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
Basically, anything post Red.
Yes, everything post Red.
Yeah, because I know someone who's like a big Taylor Swift fan. So
except I don't like "We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together." That's on Red.
So, I do like that song, but it's very overplayed, so I can see why it annoys you.
Yeah. I like 22. That was good.
Too. Those songs sound exactly the same, but okay.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so you're saying basically she's become generic.
Yes, and it actually upsets me.
Run the mill. See, that's exactly my point.
It does hurt. It does.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's her decision still, though.
Yeah,
but it still hurts.
Yes, but like I said,
I mean, she's successful, so it's working for her. So exactly. I guess it's good for her.
Oh my God, can I give you another example? Ariana Grande. I liked her 2013, 2014 shit, but after Dangerous Woman jumped off the deep end.
Yeah, I'm not really much of an Ariana Grande person.
I've never been, but I thought her old shit was really good, and she could have had a chance if she stuck with that. But she was like,
I only
no.
like one or two of her songs. That's it.
Out of like 9 of her albums. She has like 9 albums. But she was
Wow,
like,
that many?
yeah,
I didn't
she
realize
did.
she had that many albums.
Well, she did release like 2 albums in 1 year once.
Yeah, she did.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
So,
true.
like, there's like Sweetener, there's Thank You Next, there's something else that I don't remember the name of, and then something else I don't remember the name of. Like she really started.
Oh my god, Thank
out.
You Next is a terrible song.
That's funny, like because I know
Best
like
thing you've ever said. I agree.
that's funny because I know a lot of people say that Sweetener and Thank You Next is like her best albums.
Yeah, I would have to disagree, honey, buddy. I would have to disagree on that.
No. Thank You Next is a terrible song.
But so about her old shit, her thoughts on that is like, oh, I hate my old stuff. Like, I like the new stuff that I do. Like
her old stuff was better.
Yeah,
even though I didn't like most of it. Even though I didn't like most of it, it's still better than what she puts out now.
Yeah, it was at least mediocre or good. Like everything after, like everything in the Victorious era when she was Cat, like really good. Like that character. What?
It's an interesting.
Yeah, not all my views are gonna make sense, but it's what I think at the end of the day. Yeah. But see, we're all friends still, though. Hopefully, we're all friends still here.
I mean, yeah. I don't really have like much opinion on her music, so I don't have any stake in that.
But even if you did, we would still be friends. Like we can't like have life or death over a few, you know.
I don't know about that. Like if it,
like who lost a friend over like having disagreements about an artist? Like you can't lose a friend because of that. That would
I've seen it happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But then again, you could also make the argument that they weren't really that close of friends.
That happened.
That's kind of petty. That's kind of petty and like, shallow.
Not to me, but like I saw this kind of happen like with some like anime stuff, but it...
What? Wait, what? They are just animated characters who aren't real. Why are we making them?
No. I mean, like somebody likes like a certain series and someone didn't.
So
or they used to like it. They don't really like the direction it went.
So. There's so many other like. There's like 1,000 freaking animes out there. Like you're all right. Anyway,
like I said, you got people that are like crazy, insane fans. That if you do not like what they like or you don't like it as much as they do, they consider that a declaration of war and a personal attack on their person.
Since when was a fucking dislike a fucking World War III? The fuck?
Have you not?
I don't know.
Like, have you not been paying attention? Like,
no, I am. I don't like it. That's why I'm like yelling right now. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's the same. That's what I'm saying. Like the same thing with sports. Like people are treated like it's a life or death situation.
Oh my god. Oh, actually, guys, I have to go right now. I have an appointment in like 1 minute. So, thank you for inviting me. I have to go.
All right.
Bye. Love you guys.
You guys are great.
And then there was there's 2 of us, but there's only 1 person on screen now.
Alrighty.
You.
Yeah.
So how are you doing so far with this?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Yeah, so like was you nervous about coming on here or?
Not really. Maybe a little, but not really.
Yeah, because you seem really comfortable, so that's good.
Thanks. This was a fun experience. This is my first podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming to this one.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so I guess like with your music stuff, like are you planning on releasing anything in the future?
I probably will in the future. But I'm still working on stuff.
Like what kind of music are you gonna release?
Well, I mean, I'm working on some classical music, like I'm working on a string quartet, but I might work on some other types of music as well, like maybe create something electronic oriented. But I don't have any definite plans yet.
Well, like I said, you have a lot of time to like figure that out.
Yeah.
And when you're doing that, definitely try to explore like all that kind of stuff and like what best represents you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, are you looking forward to that? Are you excited about it?
Uh, yes. I'm looking forward to exploring the possibilities of music. Because music is an unlimited world, endless possibilities.
Yeah, and since you're gonna be starting school soon, are you looking forward to that?
Yes and no.
How come?
Uh, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again, and I'm looking forward to learning new things, but not looking forward to writing all these papers.
Yeah, like I don't think anyone's particularly like ready for that, but like I know like a lot of people I've been talking to, they're like already like ready for school to start, and some people are saying that's in July. What about you? Did you always have the same feelings, or was you actually taking time to enjoy your summer?
Not really. I think I was enjoying the summer as much as I possibly could, or at least tried to. But
Yeah, but yeah, because I know it's like a lot of people seem to be like in a rush to just get it over with. So
yeah,
I'm glad you're
I'm
not one
not
of those
really in a
people.
rush though. I'm
Yeah,
not really in a rush though.
yeah, I'm glad you're one of those. You're one of those people because I'm definitely was not in a rush. I'm just like, yo, stop rushing it. But I get it though because I know some people are just kind of bored, and especially like for people that's like in school, like college, or whatever, or even maybe even high school, they want to probably see their friends again. And they haven't really gotten a chance to,
Yeah,
or bored.
yeah. I kind of have mixed emotions about going back to school.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Like, because I know yeah, since you're gonna be going for your masters, like how do you feel about that?
It's gonna be hardcore, but I've been wanting to do this since I was a sophomore in college, so probably like a few years. I had this plan set down.
Yeah, I mean, like, since you're gonna be kind of doing it at the same place, like, hopefully that should make you feel more comfortable, like, doing it. You don't have to like worry about like a whole like new environment, new people, and all that much.
Yeah, yeah. It's not going to be as scary because it's not as much of a change.
Yeah,
A lot of the same people, a lot of the same professors. Couple differences, nothing much. Most of it's online.
yeah. So you don't even have to leave your house that much.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna be a hermit for most of the time.
What about like the times you are like on campus? Are you gonna? Do you have to be there usually like all day, or this is just like for like a few hours or
Uh,
whatever?
just going like later in the day, but like not really too long. Maybe about
All
an
right,
hour.
all right. So that's not too bad.
Yeah.
So that means you only gotta go in like once a week, right?
Like once or twice, I would say.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Then you can enjoy the rest of your time at home. I guess aside from like working, you're still gonna be working like during like I guess the weekends, whatever.
Um, yeah, I'm still gonna be working.
Yeah, yeah. So I would definitely suggest like I guess obviously like when you have some free time to just like have some time for yourself to just like relax and unwind.
Yeah, even though I don't
And,
do much of that already.
yeah. Oh yeah. I guess speaking of which, like what do you like enjoy more? Do you enjoy like being by yourself or like around people?
Um, I I can't really say I have a preference. Like, I mean, I do really enjoy alone time, but I also really enjoy being around other people. Like I really enjoy alone time, but like there's a point where I get too lonely and just want to be around other people. So, yeah, it's kind of mixed.
Yeah, yeah, because like I know, like for some people, I guess this also includes myself. Like sometimes like need some time to myself to just to kind of gather like my own energy back, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then other times like, hey, I'm kind of bored. Let's go do something,
Yeah.
or let's talk or whatever.
If I'm alone, I'm just like, I want to be around other people. But when I'm around other people, I'm just like, I want to be alone. Like, there's, I always want the opposite of what I have.
Yeah, I mean, was that like like? Did you usually have like that feeling like when we was in school, or?
Um, yes and no sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah, be honest about it.
Yeah, it's yes and no. I enjoy being around everybody, but
but
then sometimes I'm just like, I want to go home.
yeah, because I know usually when you like you was finishing classes, you was usually like in a rush to get to leave. So
Yeah. I'm just like, I had enough of this. I want to go home.
yeah, but like I guess like in between classes, like did you usually like sitting by yourself or just like was that the time you actually like interacting with people?
Um, Sometimes I'd interact with people, but sometimes I'd go by myself or so. Like just sit in the library and play on my phone or something.
Yeah, well, until I shown up and bring some people around, bring some people with me around you. Like, oh hey, Lauren, how's your day going? I got some people over here. Let's go pop some firecrackers outside.
It's kind of
Yeah.
funny how you're the mayor, like everybody knows you.
Huh?
It's kind of funny how you're like the mayor and everyone knows you.
Yeah, like what you mean, like around the school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of funny because I try to like I'm trying to say how to word this. Like, I actually wanted to have like a low profile when I was there, but obviously that didn't work out too well.
That obviously didn't happen.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's funny because people started learning what my name was, even though I never told them what it was. I was like, oh, hey. And there was a point where people just started adding me on social media. I was like, who are you? I know where you're from, but who are you? Yeah, yeah. I don't know, like, well, oh yeah, like, what did you think like when we first met, though? Out of curiosity,
um,
if you're okay with answering that.
I mean, I'm a little awkward, so I take a while to get used to new people. But
Yeah,
well, like it was all good.
yeah, because I remember we just kind of met outside. I think it was. I was just strolling through the campus because I was bored.
Yes.
I was like, oh hi. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think by that point I've seen you like walk around a few times. So I was like, hey, let me say something to this person, since you're not just like a
Yeah.
one-off person. No, because there's a few people in that school that I saw that was like I saw it maybe like once or twice that entire time I was there. But since you kept popping up at certain points, I was like, hey, maybe I should
And then I just
say
keep
something.
showing up, so
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Then I found out we had a mutual friend in common. So
Yeah.
I don't know. This tends to happen a lot too.
It's a small world. It's a small
Well,
world.
it is. Although I think Long Island is a lot smaller because I know it's like there are people that I know from like other places that seem to know people from that school and just other places. So I'm just like, how like does all right? Let me ask you this: do you think everybody in Long Island like knows each other?
Um, somewhat. I kind of agree with that conspiracy theory. I would say that Jeff is the one that likes everybody and everybody. So, yeah, Jeff is kind of like the crossover point for me. Since Jeff was from high school and now Jeff is in college, so Jeff is basically like that one crossover episode of every TV show.
Yeah. And for the viewers that's watching, Jeff is a friend of ours. He's that mutual friend I was mentioning, and I will be bringing him on the show at some point as well.
Yeah.
Don't know what episode, but he'll be on at some point.
All right.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I'm glad he was able to come on here. Like,
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to join you guys as well.
yeah, because unfortunately we was having some technical issues, and by we I mean me. As you can see, I don't have my camera on because the camera isn't working for some reason. But
Obviously.
knowing me, it's probably going to start working after we're done with this because that's usually how it goes. Yeah, I like returning viewers. I probably know this already, but like usually with my content, there's always some type of like background technical stuff that's going on. So if you're a viewer of my content, you will know this, and hopefully you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Nonsense and all. So to make up for that, I have this background that's very trippy looking. Yeah, because Restream has a whole like bunch of backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, I kind of see like this black and white background that's around to me.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool though. You can like jump around with it. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can change it. So we're gonna see.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
It's like an acid trip right now.
Yeah, it is.
Now it's blue, green, and pink.
Speaking of that, like, what's your favorite color though?
It used to be pink, but I don't really have much of a favorite color anymore, I would say.
You got like a top 5?
I would say pink, red, blue, purple, and I don't really know. I guess maybe green or orange or something. I guess green.
Yeah. Well, there's green right there, so you can say hello to
Yep.
it. Yeah, but like, what? It's kind of jumping around here, but like, what like inspires you to, I don't know, just do anything really, or like, what inspired you to make like music or go for music composition, right?
Yeah. I guess mostly with my family's support, I would say. Because basically, my family overall really appreciates my piano playing and everything. Kind of boosted my ego. Yeah.
That's okay. That's funny. So, would you consider yourself like a top tier musician composer at all?
No. Far
No,
from that.
no, you're supposed to say yes. I'm the best at what I do. You could say like I can also get better, but I am the best at what I do, and no one can top me at all.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a lie.
Yeah, but you have to have that level of confidence, though. Like,
I'm no Mozart or Beethoven, but we'll see what happens.
no, you're supposed to say, "Oh, I'm better than those old geezers, those ancient relics
We'll
of the
see.
past."
We'll see.
Yeah, their music's like comparable to like Teletubbies. Yes, speaking of which, we are also in the process of doing a Teletubbies tour.
Oh dear
Is that
lord.
right, Lauren? That's right. We are looking at the face of Lala right now.
Oh my god.
Uh, Jeff will be Dipsy, and another friend of ours is going to be Poe, and I will be Tinky Winky. And we're going to go on tour around the country, and then
Oh my
eventually around
god.
the world, where we're going to perform the Teletubbies theme song. So you guys might want to look out for that.
Oh my god.
Look how excited she is.
No. I did not agree to be a Teletubby.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that. We'll be, well, I don't know. We think of doing like a band called the Joyful Lalas, but we could probably fit them both together. I'll make the tour more versatile, I guess you could say, or more grandiose. We'll be performing like multiple things. We'll be doing
The
the
Jolly Falala
Teletubbies.
should be a Christmas cover band.
Oh yeah, we can do that for sure. Yeah. It is something I do want to ask you though.
What?
So like, this, I guess it's going like a few years back. So like, when the whole pandemic was going on, how did you deal with that?
Um, I would say just kind of keep myself busy. Just doing things like practicing music.
Yeah, because a lot of people were, yeah, because a lot of people were, like mental health, I should say, was like pretty much gone, basically.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I
my
wanted,
mental health was pretty much non-existent, but like I tried to keep myself busy.
yeah, yeah. So that's actually one of the other reasons why I really wanted to do the show. Although, granted, I've been trying to do this since like 2019, but I didn't start until like until last year. One is mainly one is to actually get like more to raise awareness for like people with cystic fibrosis. So that's going to be like a lot of people I'm going to be bringing on here, but like, I also wanted to expand it to people with other disabilities as well. And this is also going to include
Yeah.
people dealing with, you know, a lot of mental health stuff as well.
Yeah.
Your your mental fortitude, social anxiety, and
Yeah.
stress.
Yeah.
Because as you know, especially like in 2020 onwards, that's become more of a thing that people are really starting to try to or even like back in like 2019 or 2018. Now that I think about it, but especially like when the pandemic was going on, that people become more aware of like how important your mental health is. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I also want to get some of that perspective from someone who's like you and like myself, like more like introverted, and how they
Yeah.
deal with stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like, what would your advice be, if you have any?
Um, I would say yeah, the world is very challenging, but just try to take care of yourself and try not to let yourself get too upset. Try to find a coping mechanism, whatever it is that helps you. And that's about it. And don't be too down on yourself, no matter what happens. And try not to think about, like, if you can't control something, just accept that. Try to focus on what you can control.
And what is that exactly?
Um, like some things are inevitable. So, sometimes the fact that you can't really control it makes you feel better because either way there's nothing you could have done about it. It's kind of more stressful to think that there's something that you could have done about it.
Yeah, like that. I mean, that's a good point because I know I've struggled with that, like trying to deal with that kind of thing because I've always had that issue of I guess trying to control things that I can't control or just having an issue with not being able to do that.
Yeah, just
This is a,
accept that you can't control it, and then things will be a lot better.
yeah, and again, that's something I know. I guess us with disabilities we have to do. We have to deal with in general because there are things with that is out of our control.
Yeah, like acceptance is key. Like I've already accepted the disabilities that I have. Like I'm not really proud of it, but I'm not really like ashamed of it either because that was not something I could control.
Yeah, yeah, and all the things that come with it. Like like for example, I get sick a lot, and like the severity of those times that I get sick, and as well as like going to the hospital for it. Like I do try to do as much as I can, but again, sometimes it's just out of your control.
Yeah.
So being so it's important to learn how to just kind of deal with that and not like you know blame yourself or like hate yourself for like oh I or like for like what ifs like oh what if I did this to prevent that or whatever the case is.
Exactly. The problem is, yeah, I overthink a lot of things. And just try not to overthink because overthinking makes you more stressed out.
Yeah. So how would you like combat that like to help you relax from like all those like crazy thoughts that may come into your head?
Um, I would say just try not to focus on that too much and try to pick up a hobby or just talk to a friend about it or something. It's very difficult, but like you definitely have to do something in order to get control of that.
Yeah, like what I like to do as well is just sometimes I just try to sleep it off, or sometimes my body makes me sleep it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I know for me, like sometimes when I'm like really like stressed out, or whatever, and I feel like I'm just kind of like back into a corner, like my body just kind of shuts down, so I just fall asleep automatically. So I'm like relieve stress. Like how like a computer like shuts down like after like overheating or run out of battery.
Yeah. Yeah, I get tired too. But like there's a lot of situations where I can't sleep.
That's I mean, there's ways you can make yourself sleep, but none of the ways I would say is it's I would recommend because those are like probably more like harmful later on, but you can always try counting sheep.
Yeah. I don't think counting sheep would help me.
Well, there are counting sheep videos on YouTube, so they do exist. You can look it up.
You can find anything on YouTube. I swear.
Yeah, I mean, as a matter of fact, you could use that as like one of the things you can as far as like content for like your YouTube channel or if you make one or any other like platform or TikTok whatever. Be like, hey, I make sleep videos to help you sleep. So I have videos where you can count sheep. I have videos that has ambient music, and that would be a good way to promote your music right there.
There's a YouTube channel that makes music for pets. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, I found a YouTube channel that makes music for pets.
Hey, see, there's something right there.
Yeah.
But before
Holy
we
cow, my
continue,
phone is 9%.
Oh, okay. So I guess we'll be ending this soon, so we can end this in I guess 5 minutes. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like this show is it's coming to an end anyway. So first, I would like to shout out all the people that's tuning in, at least on Instagram. I don't know who's tuning on Facebook or where else, but for those who are watching other platforms, I'm glad that you're watching it. I will
Yeah,
check it
thank you
out
for
before the
whoever's
things end to
watching.
give you who's actually watching it. I'll give you a shout out. So first on Instagram, as I said before, Brandon's watch. He watched, I should say. You have another page called Take Charge Champion 5 Steps. I don't know who you are, but thanks for watching. Gort Ball, Jacko, whatever, and Ryan. Oh yeah, my sister's watching too. My younger sister.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
these
all
are
for watching.
that's in response to the whole Teletubby thing we was talking about.
Teletubbies custard.
Yeah. Like I said, we're gonna be going on tour for doing Teletubby stuff, so get your tickets now. We'll be doing it next summer, so we should have free time to do that. Yes. And if you guys have any songs to request, we'll be doing that. We may also do what were those other ones you mentioned before?
What do you mean?
Those things that's like Teletubbies but wasn't Teletubbies.
Oh, what do you mean, like kid shows?
Yeah.
Oh, Booba.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. And we're gonna be doing Yo Gabba Gabba.
So it's basically the Acid Trip for Kids tour.
Yeah. Oh, I had the Jolly Falalas. Also, I forgot to announce this. I'm glad I'm getting the chance to do this before we end the show. So Lauren is also going to be starting her own little project called The Lawrence.
I did not say that.
So there's going to be a Lauren girl group produced by yours truly. And I guess
No.
co-produced by yours
I did
truly.
not agree to the Lord Girl group. That's not happening.
Yes. So the group is going to be consisting of people whose names are Lauren.
Oh, great.
They will be going on tour alongside the Jolly Falalas, the Anthonys, and the Aries, who will be featuring Ariana Grande. If you want to be part of this tour, let me know. Like I said, we'll be doing it in the summer of 2023. So mark your calendars. So we'll be starting it, I think, let's say either Memorial Day weekend or the starting like the week or weekend after it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be like Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend. So we're just going to be running around everywhere performing our stuff.
Oh
We'll
my
be having
god.
originals. We'll be having original songs as well.
Oh my god.
So, like I said, we're gonna actually there might be more that might be coming on as well because I know a couple of mics, so I might do a mic boy band as well.
Oh my god.
Surprised I don't know I don't really know that many Jeffs, so I can't really do that. But the Anthony boy band ones probably might take its own tour because there's a lot of Anthony's that I know and that's just from the school. That's not even talking about like, outside of it. Like,
Oh
like
my
there could be like
god.
10 of us. So we
Oh
have
my
to record
god.
our own show. But yes, did you like enjoy your summer vacation overall?
I did. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, because it's gonna be over in like 2 weeks.
Oh, stop reminding me.
Hey, look, everybody's been reminding me, so now you have to get it too. So
Oh man, no.
yeah, that's just how it is. So first, I'm gonna check my Facebook and see what's going on there. All right, there's no like anything on there. So anyway, we're gonna start wrapping this up. So do you have any like final thoughts?
Um, I would just
Mm,
say thank you all for watching. I hope you all found this very informative and fun, because I certainly had a good time.
Yeah, yeah, I'll definitely bring you back on, or either on this one or the other one that I'm doing. I'll probably bring in the other ones as well. To always lead to everything. Whenever you start like releasing like actual music.
All right.
I guess that last question on that. Do you plan on like composing, songwriting and producing for other people as well as
Um,
yourself?
um, I will see about that.
And B, do you plan on like releasing an album at some point, or even do like a
Um,
soundtrack?
probably.
So you probably do an album.
Um, I don't see why not.
Oh yeah, like have you ever thought about doing like a soundtrack or like commercial jingles or anything like that as well? Because you can make a
Uh,
lot of money on that.
maybe. That sounds fun.
Yeah, but definitely think about it.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, shout out to my sister because she was watching.
All
She's
right.
also like an artist. She does like music and paintings and graphic design. And if anyone
Awesome.
that's interested, album covers and stuff like that. So I would like to plug her in. So if anyone's interested in that, you can hit her up, or you hit me up to hit her up, and then I'll um cross link you guys or whatever. That's Jennifer McDaniel at something something. But anyway, all right. Thank you for coming on the show,
All right. Thank you for having me.
and tune in next time for another grandiose, fantastic episode of the Chronically Chill Podcast. You can
Alrighty.
tune in for the edited versions that will be being uploaded on Wednesdays on YouTube, and I'll be releasing the audio versions on like Spotify and all those stuff through Anchor. And I will be streaming the edited versions on my Chronically Chill Instagram page. But anyway, that's it. So everyone have a great day until next time.
All right. Bye.